In this video, we learn what ratio rocker arms are and exactly how much extra valve lift they produce. Then, on the dyno, we compare the horsepower made by the 1.1 stock ratio rocker arms to 1.25, and then the big guns 1.4 ratio rocker arms. During this process, we'll discover a deep dark secret this engine has been hiding from us. Maybe this is something that your engine is afflicted with too. We'll explain how to check to see if it is.
Let's get started.
You're watching Building VW Power at Seward Speed Shop. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 3 of Building VW Power here at Seward Speed Shop. Last episode, we got it up to a stock rating without the shenanigans.
Correct.
Without the blower and the alcohol injection. We got this up to 55.3, which we're saying 55.5. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
we always round up.
Yep, always round up. And we think that's as much as we're going to get out of it in stock form. So in this episode, we're going to do something to increase the flow. Mm-hmm. We're going to do ratio rockers. Can you explain just in a nutshell what ratio rockers are?
So ratio rockers will add lift. They change the pivot point. So when the rocker arm opens, it opens the valve further, a little bit more. So the original was 1.0, then 1.1 to 1, and then high performance comes in 1.25, 1.3s, 1.4s, 1.5s, all the way up to, whatever you can dream up. We're gonna try 1.25s.
Yeah, we're gonna try 1.25s, and you've got some 1.4s?
We do have 1.4s. So I think we're gonna try 1.4s as well.
Yeah, might as well, because we do stupider things than that with this motor. So yeah, definitely wanna try that. And the nice thing about the ratio rockers is that it acts like you're putting a bigger camshaft in it, but you're not.
You're not.
And putting a camshaft in one of these engines is very involved.
That's a big project.
Yeah,
right?
out
big
of the
project.
car, split in half. Yeah, it's a big thing. So,
and now ratio rockers, they are designed. Your camshaft is designed for the style of rocker that you're going to run. It's either designed for a 1.1, a 1.25, 1.4.
Okay, so an aftermarket cam.
Aftermarket cam does really want, it is ground specific to what style rocker you can run.
Okay, gotcha.
What size rocker. Being that we know this is 100% bone stock, we could slap just about any size rocker on.
Gotcha.
The stock camshaft, the ramps are slow, the lift is small. You could put 1.4s, 1.5s and really not cause any valve train damage. We know our springs are probably soft, but this thing also doesn't rev. It's not making any power past 4,000. Yeah. I mean, we run it to 45, but still, it doesn't make any power past $4,000.
Yeah,
that might change with a little bit more air and fuel.
Yeah,
more lift.
We're about to find out.
We're gonna find out.
Let's see what we got behind the valve covers.
Oh, nice tight bales.
The gasket's coming off in one piece.
Kind of, yeah.
So it kind of tells me that maybe somebody has been in here before.
Wow.
And there's not a lot of gunk, is there?
No, there's not. Surprisingly.
I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
I was expecting a bunch of crud.
This one's gonna have to be tightened up.
And that reads 0.006.
0.006.
We got our dial indicator.
We got the dial indicator set up, and we're gonna check actual valve lift here.
And this is all stock.
This is all stock, 1.1 to 1s. So we're coming up on the intake valve. So there's 100 thousandths, 200 thousandths of lift, 300 thousandths, and that's about it right there. So we got 304 lift. That's huge.
Yeah.
Oh. I think we're ready to
Let's see if it starts. After last episode, I don't know, man. After we put it through
2 weeks of sitting, let's see what she's got.
just waiting for it to warm up a little bit so we can do this test proper.
That's right.
And 55.3, 55 and a half, last episode.
Correct.
I'm thinking we're going to pick up a horsepower.
You think so?
Yeah, because there was a few of those valves that weren't adjusted very good.
There was a few that were tight.
But I'm like I said, I'm trying to be more optimistic.
I like that attitude.
Almost 55.
55. So we're getting there.
Sounds louder this week, this episode.
It wants to make power.
It's loosening up finally.
It really wants to make power.
Yes, it led such a conservative life this whole time. And now it just wants to...
It wants to cut loose.
Yeah, it wants to spend its retirement earning some RPM.
To go out with a bang.
Oh, don't say that. Don't
Not
say
yet.
that. Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, 55.
55. That's where it wants to be today. We're at top dead 1. Just in case we need to make any changes.
And there's only 2 bolts.
Yeah, you got 2 nuts on here to pop rockers off. Pretty easy. She's still got a little heat in it, but not bad. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 as they lie.
Okay, so this is the stock 1.1.
This is stock.
horn.
These are a pair of Scat 1.25s. These are the swivel feet adjusters on them. So, proper valve train geometry. You look down the valve and you want the tips to be a little bit below center on the valve.
Okay, so this tip.
You want this tip a little bit below center. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we check it and we're pretty close to center. Actually, with no rocker shims, we're just straight up. We are just a touch below center.
Okay.
And that's where we want to be.
Okay, so for the shims, you're talking behind the studs that
Yeah.
mounts on.
If
So
yep,
back in here.
Yep.
then.
You put a shim back here. Yep.
Okay. A little
And
washer.
the more you shim it out, the higher it's going to raise this rocker on the valve tip. So as you shim it out,
Okay, so it'll go up a little
Yep,
bit.
it goes up. But we're maxed out. We can't, there's no shims in it.
Yeah.
Personally, I would want it hitting a touch lower. We're pretty close to center. And I would want it a little lower to be dead on, but we can't do that because we can't take any shims out. We don't have any shims in. So we're gonna be just fine right here. That's gonna work.
Okay.
So now let's throw a push rod in and see if we have any adjustment. Sometimes you have to make a custom length push rod when you do a rocker arm change. So we are definitely too long. We probably have about 1/8 of an inch behind here.
So putting a shim behind isn't gonna.
We could shim these out to get away with it.
Yeah.
But let's see what we have laying around for push rods first.
Okay, yeah.
If we have sets of push rods so we don't have to get into this.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got about 11 inches, 65 thousandths.
And those are the ones we pulled out?
Those are the stocks. Yep. So what we really want is probably something really close to 11 inches.
Okay.
Our 11-inch 050. 15 thousandths is probably not going to get. 10-inch 765. That's too much. We're so convinced this was gonna work, we're putting them all in.
What do you think?
We're gonna find out.
I'll hold that.
Perfect. I'm feeling really good about this.
Oh yeah. My confidence level is through the roof right now.
After all this messing around, how much horsepower do you think we're gonna gain?
About a third.
Third?
Horse, yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I've never experienced, you know, rocker arms like this.
You know, I'll tell you what, I slapped 260s in there just to be on the safe side.
Uh-huh.
We're not gonna get away with 160. Let's do this. Let's do a 60 and a 30.
You're talking the thickness of the shims.
The thickness of the shims, okay. Yeah. So let's actually, let's just pop it off once. Let's do a little quick shim change here.
Okay, so there's your shims right here then.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
And we're gonna find a 30 shim. They come in 15, 30s, and 60s. We have the perfect cocktail, I think. So we're gonna go with 30. We're gonna go with 60.
Gotcha. So maybe this isn't just a cut and dry, put on a different set of rockers in your set.
You're gonna have to do a little bit more. Like we were saying, like we're not at this point trying to get this exactly dead on. We're just trying to get this functional to see if this is going to be worth it for anybody to do.
Yep.
The correct thing is custom length push rods.
How do you go about getting those?
So you just buy a set of push rods. They've got one end pressed in. You cut them to length, and then cut all of them to length and press the other ends in. And sometimes it's best to bring it to a machine shop and have them do it for you.
I hear this place called Seward Speed Shop.
Those guys will do it for you too. So, all right. Let me grab a torque wrench real quick.
Oh, we're gonna do this right?
Oh, we're gonna do it. We always do it by the books.
Shut down. What's going on?
What's the number? What's the head number if you can see it on the other side? This is 043.
Was that the first few numbers?
Yeah.
This is a 113.
113.
101.
Yeah.
Different heads.
Different heads.
All right, we got the rocker arms assembly off of this side, and Adam noticed something with his eagle eyes.
We were just looking, and we noticed the head on this side is an 043.
That's the stamping, the number stamping?
That's the casting number. The other side is a 113.
Uh-huh.
The 043 is it's a Mexican replacement cylinder head, and this head actually has smaller valves.
So we got two different heads on this thing.
We have two totally different heads on this thing.
Oh my God.
So that side has 35.5 intakes and 32 exhaust.
Uh-huh.
This side has, it would be 32 intakes and 30 millimeter exhaust.
So quite a difference.
It's a big difference. Okay, so the theory that this engine has never been touched,
that's out the window.
that's out the window.
This thing has had some major work.
Now we don't know what we have.
No.
Everything,
Not a clue.
our whole world just got turned upside down.
Yeah, and we don't know how long. Maybe this happened a long time ago.
It might have happened so long ago that this head, maybe they changed the seats in this head and put bigger valves in it. This head could be
we could hope, but what are the odds that they went to that extent to match it to the others?
I highly doubt it.
They may have not even known that there's a difference in.
That's correct. They might have just bought a replacement head. This was the cheapest one. They put it on.
Yeah, and the reason I think it's old is because it's got the same amount of grime.
But look at this.
Oh, you're finding more.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
Yep, I see it. The
So,
round half,
yeah.
like a circle has a couple letters on the inside of it.
That's usually, okay, you can see the arrow right here.
Yep.
So it's a half circle with an arrow, half circle with an arrow. That's a factory VW rebuild stamp.
Okay.
So this head is actually a rebuilt head.
Oh, good.
So
the
it's
story
not
continues.
it's not just a replacement, it's also been rebuilt. We should stop looking because it just gets weirder. Yeah. So technically if we have smaller valves on this side, we should put a 125 rocker on this side and a stock on that side, and the smaller valves with the bigger lift, it'll just...
Dude, now you're just getting technical. Now you're thinking technical shit. So those, you use the same shims on this side then?
Yeah, we got 90 worth of shim on this side.
Okay, and that's working
But now, we'll see how much different this head is as opposed to the other side. Now that we know that we're not working with a matched set of heads, let's see how far off we are.
It could only happen to this motor.
Oh,
and this project that we had high hopes for this whole video series project.
We really did. And it's just going up in smoke. So,
Well, it's hurdles, just a few hurdles here and there.
Just hurdles. That's all.
We're
That's all it
making
is.
do.
So with the 125s, 100, 200, 300, and she's still going.
It's still going.
360, 45,
345?
345.
And what was the other?
304.
That's quite an increase. All right, I was at 58. You were 60.
I said 61. I would like to retract it, but I'm gonna go with it.
No, you said it.
I know, exactly.
Picked up a little.
So 57. We're not warmed up yet, so let's try it one more time. See
Yeah, it's warm. The oil pressure went down a little bit, so it's warming up. $57.
57.
So 2.5, 3 horse.
Yeah. Should we try one more?
Sure.
Just verify this.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to make. It's going to make 57.
57. I think you're right. Huh. I was kind of let down.
I am let down.
I was hoping I was wrong and you were right.
But you were right by your prediction. And our O2 is staying right where it needed to be as well.
Yeah. Huh.
So we picked up
Well, the one pole
2.5 horsepower.
2.5. Yeah, let's go with 2.5 extra horsepower, which, I mean, for a 55, 56 horse motor is a good percentage.
That's a decent percentage.
But is it worth
all
the
of the
effort?
The cost of the rockers,
And making sure
actually
you get
making push
Yeah,
rods,
making push
getting the
rods.
geometry correct for real,
Yeah.
is that worth it?
I think that if we were to let it breathe a little bit more, a little different carburation, different exhaust,
Then you might actually see some
I think
real
then
benefits.
we'll see a bigger benefit. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll pick up 4 or 5
Yeah,
horsepower just off of those.
yeah, I agree. I do agree.
Well, let's take a break and then come back and throw the big dogs at it.
Yeah,
If they'll fit the 1:4 ratios.
We're gonna find a way to get them on there.
Yeah, they'll bolt on somehow.
I'd like to take just half a minute to thank all of you who've been watching, subscribing, and helping our channel to grow. We truly appreciate it. Something else you could help us with? Please share our videos with your friends, Facebook groups, forums, and anywhere else people might enjoy what we create. Thank you.
All right, we are on to the 1.4 ratio rockers. We'll see.
We're not gonna lie, we're a little let down by the 1.25s.
Yes.
That,
I was hopeful, but it just didn't pan out.
no, we're deeming that not really worth.
No, not in this configuration.
In this configuration.
If you had a higher horsepower engine with some go-fast goodies in it already, it may work out to benefit you, but it's not worth the hassle right now. But the 1.4s.
The 1.4s are gonna be so worth it.
Yes, they are gonna open those valves up.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Let's just see approximately where our geometry is. The rocker is actually hitting the shim.
Okay, yep. On the back side,
Yeah.
back here where we can't really see it.
Yep. So, let's go with this combination here. 60's in. Okay, we look good there.
Yeah, they're lining up pretty decent.
Yeah, they actually do look really good right there. Now, we're gonna add one more variable. Lash caps on.
Also, that's going to bring that surface
Yes.
outwards a little bit.
Yes. And we have it.
That's going to work.
That's gonna work.
Well, damn, dude. My optimism is coming back.
Woo! All right. We have a combination that works on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh, don't even think about the other side. Let's just focus on the good side
Let's
for
just-
now.
so we got about that much. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to just feel confident because the alternative just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Being all Debbie Downers on it.
and it hasn't paid off to be that way.
No, no, it's not benefiting us at all. Being disappointed.
Hey, what do we got going on here?
And they're not hitting, are they?
That's a lot of lash. And that's a lot on the intake side. I'm gonna pull that 15 out and just roll with a 60.
Okay, there you go.
And when you do this at home, yes, you will have the rockers on and off 12 times.
Well, that's a 12-pack job. Then.
That's
what you're saying.
that's exactly what this is. And by the time you figure out how to set geometry correctly, you've got the 12-pack in you, and you're like, I don't even care at this point. It's good enough.
Put it in. I gotta go get more beer. This is my only car.
Says the true Volkswagen enthusiast. We have an exhaust valve adjusted. All right. And we have an intake valve adjusted.
Awesome.
So we're setting these at 0.
Steel
Which is why we're not using feeler gauges. We're just going by feel.
with the steel
Roll.
push rods.
Yeah, steel push rods, so you can get away with it.
As long
You
as
can
it-
run them at 0.
As long as the
Yep.
push rods spin.
As long as your push rods spin, you're golden. So
Awesome.
1, 2, 3. Come on.
Come on, 4.
Come on.
Oh,
78.
78. So,
So 378.
what was our last one?
45. 345. We only got like 30.
I think the bigger jump was in between the
1.1s
1.1
to
and
1.25s.
Yeah. But it's still going to be outrageously powerful.
It's about time to hear this old girl sing.
I think so too.
Listen to the low. Can you hear it just moping?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's that monster.
All right, I'm still at 58 and a half. I'm not even going to go 59.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm 58 and a half.
Come on at 60.
I have so much confidence in this 1.4 setup.
Yeah.
I'm going all the way back to my 61.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope I am dead wrong. But I don't think I am.
It just wants to pull.
It does.
The handle's almost getting away from me.
Oh, maybe. Dude, what the hell? Oh!
58.21.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
I was at 58.5,
58.5.
but it's still cold, so I'm still hoping I'm wrong.
I tell you what, it's raised the RPM range of it.
It does. I saw that.
58.42, 81. I don't know what this is.
That's
but
an update.
We don't. We don't want.
No, we don't want.
I don't
we
want
don't want no updates.
No. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on the O2 because I feel like we need bigger jet with all this cam.
Yeah, we're stuck there at 58 and a half.
58 and a half. But look at where it's making it. It's up at 4,100.
Yeah, so it's making power a little bit higher in the RPM. What was the air fuel?
It was right at 12 and a half, 13 through the whole pull. So
You got the fuel pump on?
it's right on, yeah.
So our air fuel is still good.
It's still good. We aren't big enough to where a bigger jet is going to help us.
So it's not wanting more fuel and air
No.
into it.
The PSI, oil pressure is just incredible. 49.07 to 49.43, and it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't move much, does
It's
it?
just right there. Which is good. That's a positive. I'm looking for positives
I know
in these
you are.
graphs.
Thank you. But
Well,
58 and a half, that's not bad.
58 and a half isn't terrible. I mean, technically the blower is not cheating.
Yeah. Well, we had already behind the scenes committed to using the blower again
We know it's
in
coming
this
back.
episode. Tell you what, let's take the belt off.
Oh yeah, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, let's take the belt off, run it. Big rockers, no belt. I'm thinking 61.
61?
61. Because we had picked up 3 horse before with no belt.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Say that again?
All right.
Come on. Come on. Whoa, I saw a 63.
63?
I saw a 63. Come on, show us. Wow. 63 and a half.
63 and a half, and that's up at 4,300 when I'm chopping it.
Yeah, and before we would lose power at 4,000.
Oh, yeah. 3,800 was the best you...
Yeah.
Is there a chance we could even see 70 today?
Oh, God. What's your plan there?
I mean, I don't have one yet.
I don't either. I'm thinking, boy, you're taking quite a jump here, dude. I'm optimistic about it, but damn, that's a big
With our
jump.
big rockers, if we put big big air in it. Like with a double Schnaggler.
Yeah. Have you got the parts? Have you got a T? Like I said, he's got a Sawzall in his truck. We can get in your bathroom. I'm sure there's something underneath.
There's got to be something around here.
In the shower.
Oh.
Yeah, that ain't going nowhere.
No way. Requires the utmost.
I'm glad you brought the good knife.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, that's nothing but the best here.
I got some pretty important arteries right there. So this is a huge upgrade from our first blower system.
This is massive.
Have you got a marker? I got a pen someplace if you want to mark it.
Oh no. No.
Just
this
go
is
by eye.
Yeah,
That's the best way to do it.
I think level with the top.
And just duct tape the piss.
Yeah.
That way we'll have full flow.
Right.
That way.
We need full flow.
We definitely, we don't want a restriction on this now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, no restrictions. Hold that one. Or oh yeah, just hold it right there now.
Give her that one there.
So we did have to put the belt back on
Belt back on.
because we wouldn't have a blower without the belt. So
That's gonna lose us 5. I think we're at 50. Yeah, 55.
yeah, 55.3.
58.
So I think we're gonna hit 58.
We're gonna
No.
find out.
61.
Dead lean the whole pull.
So we got way more air going through than fuel.
Can keep up with.
Well, 59
60.
and a half, yeah.
Okay. The blower works so good.
It does. Now it's providing way too much air through it.
Do we go bigger carb or do we go bigger jet in our smaller carb?
I don't think that going with the bigger diameter carburetor,
Is going to get us where we want to be.
no, we just need to put some more fuel in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
It just needs more fuel. That's all.
But we don't learn from our mistakes. No, we have a tendency to not learn.
Exactly. Baby, you can rest. You've done your work.
Yeah, it's done.
You've done your work.
That's 62. It's legit.
Yeah.
62.
It's what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make 62 at this point.
And that's, like you were saying, that's legit horsepower where
Right.
we could actually drive this on the street.
Right.
You know, that's with the fan belt on.
Yeah.
So we should not mess around taking the fan belt off because we just get false expectations by doing that.
If we could pull the fan belt off
And still produce.
and just stuff the air in it.
Yeah. Leaf
blower.
I'll remind you. Throw your leaf
Yeah.
blower in the trunk
Yeah. We're gonna.
and bring it in.
Cool to see what happens, but you can't drive around with a leaf blower in your car.
Sure
How
you
much
can.
you want to bet?
Yeah, we got duct tape, zip ties. We can make that work. Hell yeah. We can put all kinds of leaf blowers on there.
But yeah, this is legit right here. I mean,
Yeah, you could drive that.
yeah.
I must say, we were disappointed in how little of a power gain the ratio rocker arms gave us. In the last episode, episode 2, we ended up with 55.3 horsepower. With the addition of the 1.4 ratio rockers in this episode, we only got up to 57.5 horsepower.
But every little bit counts.
Yeah, especially with a low horsepower stock engine like the one we have.
What are we doing in the next episode?
We'll be testing exhaust systems, both the power they make and the sound or decibels that they generate.
As always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. And we hope you consider subscribing to our channel.
Thanks for watching.
So what are we going to do about the heads?
Haven't figured that one out yet.